Oh, guys, whoa, are we working? That was a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. And now I can hear myself back. Brilliant. Right. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. Lots better. Love it. First in the comments tonight, James. Well done, mate. If people wouldn't mind, if they get chance, sharing that link that I've just posted, because obviously the link has now changed. So if you want to make that public and maybe share that out, that'd be hugely appreciated. So yeah, that's the last time we do a Skype call with at the same time as doing live. So we now know. You live and learn, right? So I was just saying, if you are able to just share that link that I've posted up above, and I'll do it again, and just spread that around, because obviously a few people don't know that we've changed links. And if your heart's in the right place, then your time is now. People say we can do all kinds of things, but if your life's gone the wrong way, it's time to turn it around. Hindsight is a beautiful thing, don't you think? Nothing in this life will come free. You get out what you put in something. Something's got to give. Do you remember when you were young? Did you think there'd be something more? 'Cause you know that I did. We are so strong. We are still holding on. And if your mind's in a dark place and you're searching for lights, get up, get out, never give it up. You know that you can trust in us. Hindsight is a beautiful thing, don't you think? Nothing in this life will come free. You get out what you put in something. Something's got to give. Do you remember when you were young? Did you think there'd be something more? 'Cause you know that I did. We are so strong. We are still holding on. You remember when you were young? Did you think there'd be something more? 'Cause you know that I did. So strong, did. So strong. So strong. Do you remember when you were young? Did you think there'd be something more? 'Cause I know that I did. So strong, did. So strong. Whew. Thanks a lot. And I got distracted then because my dad texted me because he's like the IT team, and he usually lets me know if the stream's messing up or not. But we are on track. I feel like we've made it. I'm going to just jump right into it now. I'm assuming Luke's ready because, I mean, he can't be any less ready than I was. So I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Are you ready, dude? Here we go. Oh, you're not ready. Hello.
My lead were
How's it
trapped.
going, dude?
Yeah,
Oh
not bad.
no,
You. You know what? I've just been sat here leisurely. I had a brew ready and everything, so you know
mate, that
it's
was
all
a
good.
car crash. Oh god.
It's this dual black T-shirt. It's just come back to
At
bite
least,
us.
yeah, exactly. No, I feel at least we got one thing right, and we
Yeah,
matched
yeah.
t-shirts. That's at
We've
least one upside.
full on
God.
got a uniform going on. It's great.
Oh, I think because we're forming a boy band, just me and you.
Called the Black Tees.
Yeah. Oh God. I need to calm down a little now. We're into it now. We're easing in. Whew.
That whole ordeal just totally settled my nerves.
Oh
So
God.
thanks.
Oh well, it was all just a ploy, just for that
Yeah,
reason. I knew it was going to be
yeah,
quite daunting for you coming on such a high-profile show and everything. I just figured
yeah.
the least I
Exactly.
can do is absolutely destroy everything on the intro. Oh God.
It's all
Anyways,
good. We're here.
let's move.
We're here.
Let's move forward. That's correct. We are here. How are you doing, anyways, man? Are you good? Are you?
I'm all
How are
good.
you finding lockdown and stuff?
It's um, it's challenging. I'd
Hmm.
say that much. I'm still working full time, so I've still got a bit of
From home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Working from home, yeah. So I've still got a bit of structure going on. You know, routine's always good for the mind.
Yeah.
But to be honest, yeah, like working from home comes with its own challenges for me. As you will know very well, being a DIY dabbler and
Yeah.
a musician, a creative, being surrounded by everything and not being allowed to do anything with it is is massively
Yeah.
frustrating, especially when it's not that busy at work. So
I was going to say, like, that must be a challenge in itself. Just sort of like making sure you stick into time management. You don't have
mm,
like your actual manager or a boss or other colleagues sort of
yeah,
like checking in on you and all that kind of thing. And
yeah,
obviously, you've then got that. You look to your right and you see a big pile of tiles that you want to lay in the kitchen, and you're like, I could just take an hour out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No one would know, literally. You know. But yeah, that's the bit what I miss the most is like being around people and just having a
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
It's that just like office environment and stuff really does make the days fly.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather be doing sort of music stuff full time. But
Yeah.
you know how it is.
I know, man. It's come at a good time though. Like, you finished everything off at the studio because you know where Luke is now. He's built himself, a proper little studio for him to track and rehearse and do all the things that you need to do to
Yeah,
fulfill the whole music adventures that you're going on. But like, it's coming a nick of time, really. Like for you to have it
yeah,
all ready and ready to go.
100%. Like I feel like if I didn't have the ability to be able to sort of record and just have like that creative outlet, I probably would be finding it a lot more difficult. Um, it keeps me busy, Like one thing what I don't struggle with is sort of motivating myself, but one thing I do struggle with is getting going. Like just
Yeah.
like once I'm in the flow of it, motivation's easy. I can just keep snowballing, but it's like I guess just that initial push to start. Um,
Yeah, I think the bit in the middle's the easiest.
mm,
Like you said, the push to start something is like, oh God, and then when you're getting going, that's great. But the other thing sometimes is getting it finished, and
mm,
like you've done a really good job at like, you know, actually finishing the studio and like, it looks well good. I've seen a lot of the pictures that you've been putting up on your Instagram and stuff like that, and
yeah.
must be a really nice place to be creative in.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But it
But you'll
feels
know
good to
that
be.
you're sat in your little
This
your
is
little
green
safe
screen.
haven. It's just an image off Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually just sat in like a really crappy caravan somewhere and
Yeah,
just
just
green screened it on.
a porter cabin you stole
Yeah,
in
yeah,
before lockdown. Well,
yeah,
you've got a lot more sort of lights and mood lighting and feng shui going on. All I've
yeah.
got is these. I've just got these little
I like
unicorn
them.
lights.
That's nice.
I've got these, and then I've got some.
10,000 lightning bugs.
I've got some flamingos in the back, but you can't even tell because they just look like a ball of light.
It's good. Looks good.
Yeah, I tried. I tried.
Yeah, that's all. Good old college try, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
So what have you been? Have you besides working? Obviously, still having that routine and stuff. Have you been writing? Have you been because having the studio now finished, you're not chipping away at that every single day. So it must mean you're
Yeah.
actually using it to its full potential now.
Yeah, you know what? I spoke to is it Alex, the drummer from Ginger Tom?
Oh yeah.
When
Oh yeah.
yeah. He basically did the same thing. I think he set up like a little studio for recording drums and stuff.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him when I was like building the studio and putting like regular updates on Instagram and stuff. And he was like, man, enjoy every second of building it because you'll probably find when you get to the end of it, it'll be a massive anticlimax. Because
man.
you'll probably find like the process of building it, like maybe more fulfilling than actually sort of getting down and writing because obviously we know that can be a bit of a painful process sometimes.
Yeah.
So
and how was it? Was it anticlimactic or?
I fully understood what he meant.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like once it's done, it's like, all right, okay, I've got to write now.
Oh man, I'm so glad you've said that, and I'm so glad that I'm like you're not the only one either, and someone else has told you. But that was exactly the same for me. Like I genuinely thought once I was talking, I think I've said it a few times on this show, but once I built this place, I was like certain that I was going to write like a hit album and I was going to have, I was going to be able to so creative. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pretty much live in here. It's a little self-contained bungalow and it's going to be amazing. And then I came in and I'm like, how do I write a song?
Yeah. Right. I've actually got to use it now.
Yeah.
Forgot about that bit. But yeah, so I've just been, so after I'd got the studio done, I got the first song what I released, Worthy. I put that out because I could finally sit down and finish it. And then I've just been very much just sort of the early part of this year finishing off the next couple of tracks what I want to release throughout the period of this year. So I've got another one coming out on the 29th called Ecstasy. Both of them I'm going to play just for you,
Thanks.
And then I've got another one which I'm kind of maybe thinking sort of like end of summer. I'm saying end of summer. That's kind of like optimistic in it that we're going to have this beautiful, amazing summer where
I think we've had it. That's it. Those 2 days that it was a little bit warm. That's it.
Exactly. Good old Britain.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was out in my vest and everything, like proper like trailer trash type. I was like, there's a bit of sun, vest on, away we go.
Yeah, shorts only, and like some really rickety sun lounger.
Yeah, basically, that's it.
Yeah.
So you've missed your chance to release your song in summer, mate. Sorry to burst your bubble there.
Exactly.
It's long gone.
Well, I tell you what, like that was kind of a big concern, to be honest. I mean, I'm talking like I'm releasing songs to millions of people and whatever, but you've got to be optimistic, eh?
Yeah.
But like one big sort of like worry was, should I be releasing a song? Is what's the impact of lockdown and stuff like that going to be? Because I know that I can't remember where I heard it, but like Spotify released a sort of stats thing, and it was saying that a lot of people just weren't listening to music as much. They weren't streaming as much music, which I guess.
Which you'd think it'd be the opposite, really, considering people have more time to stream music.
But I think it's maybe a stop of like commuting or driving.
Of course,
where you'd be like sort of playing music through your mundane parts of the day.
Interesting, yeah.
Maybe it's
and also maybe people are kind of engaging a little bit more in like the news and what's actually going on around them in that side, that side of stuff. So the times that they are listening to any like platform and things like that, it's generally like updates on when we're next allowed to the park or not.
Well, it's all doom and gloom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
that's why it's prime time to be listening to some LOC. And brightening up your day.
Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that statement.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I guess it'd be a bit of a strange contrast, wouldn't it, listening to your upbeat, chill vibes playlist on Spotify and you've got the news in the background.
Yeah.
Just saying the total opposite.
Yeah. No, I'm surprised at that. I thought it'd be the opposite, but actually that makes a lot of sense. If the lack of commuting, people won't be, listening to it in the car or on the tube or on the bus or whatever else. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So,
still think it's prime time to put music out though, mate. Because
I think,
at the end of the day, like it's there anyways,
yeah,
regardless.
yeah.
It's not like it's there for the short time that it's up.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like to me, it was kind of sort of thinking, right? Well, how can you sort of use the current situation and sort of environment, I guess, for everybody to sort of use that for your benefit.
Yeah.
Which I know that a lot of people have kind of been sort of taking advantage of doing, like like fan participation in like videos, what they're
Yeah, yeah.
putting out and stuff like that. Getting people to do little quirky, funny
Yeah.
stuff and making a big collage. Well, to be fair, you did that, didn't you?
I did it for my brothers, yeah.
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 So you know all about that. But like,
And it was a nightmare trying to compile all that footage together. I was just like, yeah, I'll help you out. And then next minute I get hundreds of videos and photos and, sent to me. And I'm like, okay, this is a lot more work than I thought.
Yeah, like you'd have to be a bit cutthroat, wouldn't you? I guess. Like, sorry, you haven't made the final.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Out of the
you're not in the
thousands
band.
yeah, exactly.
You don't have a black t-shirt
Yeah,
on.
you didn't remember your black t-shirt. That's why.
Oh dear. But so aside from that, like, are you taking the leap and you just putting stuff out, just sort of going with your gut feeling and just doing it?
Yeah, the thing what I've kind of sort of been like, what really interests me, how nerdy it is, but whatever. Like, I always tend to sort of like research into like new artists what have just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
These sort of like overnight artists what you've never heard of, and then something goes viral, and then all of a sudden you can't not see them everywhere, and just kind of seeing like or trying to figure out what the timeline was until that point of them sort of skyrocketing off.
Yeah.
And like majority of the time they never know it's going to happen. It's literally just overnight and they're like, all right, okay. And then like they've already put out like loads of songs over like the last previous couple of years, and it's just like, so there's no point holding it back and waiting for the right moment.
But then, yeah, exactly. And I think it's finding that eventually the algorithm, whether you work it out or not, I don't think it really matters. But eventually, if for whatever reason something does blow up, I'd be more worried about putting one song out and then it blowing up and then being like, how do I follow this? I'd rather people, I'd rather people have a back catalogue of stuff to sort of buy me some time to work out what the hell I'm doing,
Yeah, 100%.
Because at least that way, if you've got like a handful of songs up online and one song in particular blows up, the likelihood is people are going to keep searching you and keep finding stuff. And
I've never thought about it that way, and it must be pretty daunting. Like if one song's blown up and it's like, all right, okay, that's happening. Right, I don't have anything else to put out now.
imagine like you've been planning like everything in the whole strategy of putting out your first ever song to the point where you've cracked the code on the algorithms and everything like that, and then once you put it out and everything that you've put out in the play works and it does blow up, I'd be absolutely terrified. I mean, it'd be great because you'd be like, I've worked it out. But it'd be like,
but I bet it's weird. I bet it's really weird. Even like with like with TikTok, obviously you can't go anywhere without hearing about that. But like,
I
remember
obsessed with it. Absolutely obsessed with it.
I remember reading something somewhere, and it was just like somebody had like made a post after one of their posts had gone viral, just explaining the whole process of it and how it's just like, it's really strange how your phone just starts blowing up and you've got these constant stream of like notifications and comments and stuff like that. It must be really weird.
The thing about like TikTok, obviously, and the same with probably any platform, any new platform, is at the very early stage they just want high traffic. They want lots of people on there. So the algorithm basically pushes out content. If you're regularly posting on it, they will push out your stuff to keep you on there. And that means like people that you wouldn't normally see in a viral situation on a normal day were going viral, and then they were just blowing up, like, and they ran with it because they just totally like embraced it, and like, it's a whole new thing. And I remember it was similar with YouTube at one time, you know, like they would push people that are posting out regularly and that kind of thing on there, but now it's a, you know, you've got to meet so many different criteria before you even get a mention on anything. You know, you get 1,000 subscribers, and then eventually now you've hit 1,000 subscribers, it'll start notifying one or two of them that you've got a new video coming up. And you know, I think at the early stages of social media like that, we should all be jumping on it, but sometimes you kind of feel like, can I really be bothered going on TikTok and doing a silly dance for 30 seconds and the next minute on TikTok doing a silly dance?
But and then like re-uploading it 15 times until it goes viral. It's like, it's
it don't work like that either, unfortunately. Like, it was funny, Amy, as I say, she's obsessed with it. She filmed one on, I don't use TikTok anymore. I thought I'm going to jump on this and just, you know, try, because I wanted to get the organic reach, and it just does my head in. I'm sorry, but it does. So I posted out, and this video got a couple of thousand views in hardly any time. But she put, because she was like, as if you've got those views, I want those views. So she posted the same video and it had about 3 views. It didn't go viral. So it's like, what is the algorithm? How does it work?
Some weird convoluted craziness.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't even want to know what's behind it, because I bet it's some ridiculously cutthroat, again, you know, like cutthroat.
Or at least
process.
it will be one of these days. And I know it will be. At the moment, it's all about numbers, isn't it? But aside from that, it's what it is. It's a business, and it's a platform that we get for free. So we shouldn't complain.
True.
But yeah, it's good that you're just sort of taking the leap and you're just going to put music out. Aside from, you know, the stats stating that there's less spins and all that sort of stuff. Because, but at the same time, when you think about that, like, there might be less spins in general, but it's the same for everybody. It's not like less spins for you. It's not less spins for, like, it's less spins for, you know, the big artists as well. So you're still going to get the same traction as those bigger artists that are going to put out.
Well, Lady Gaga's putting her album out on the same day me releasing, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking. Just take it that way.
Yeah, man.
Coincidence.
Yeah. A lot of artists are pulling their albums, though. They're not like, you know, they planned to have, you know, the huge campaign and stuff up for the summer period and all that kind of stuff, and they're just not doing it. They just said, no, we're going to wait. But the way I kind of see it is, what are you waiting for?
Well, maybe it's because of, like, because I know that a lot of, you know, there's kind of two sides to successful artists or bands, isn't there, where it's like you're massively popular online, stream-wise and stuff like that, and then the live shows follow. And then you've got the sort of other side of it where the whole success of the release is based on the live shows what are around it. You know, like you've got to plan this whole show, the campaign behind it, tours and everything like that to support the release and get it out there. Or you go for the sort of, I don't know, it's a bit of a silly way to put it, but like major league, you know, going through like a record label and getting like a publishing deal and stuff like that, and sort of pushing it that way, and then just following the stream what comes after. You know, so maybe it's the bands who are pulling it are the ones who sort of fully know that without the live element and stuff like that, that, you know, it's going to struggle. I don't know.
But that makes complete sense. But you could argue that you're essentially opening the gates for artists like yourselves that are posting to get to fulfill that need for the people that are listening. And then when things potentially go back to normality, I mean, we're talking next year apparently before we even start considering live shows, which then means you've got the rest of the year where no one puts, these mainstream artists aren't putting out live music, which I would personally see that as an opportunity to be for smaller artists and up and coming artists to be jumping on and trying to, you know, utilize that, the downtime of when, you know, people aren't absorbing, you know, these big artists and their material during that time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's I think that's about right. But it's one of those. You can't predict whether it's going to get the traction you want it to.
Well, yeah.
But you could argue, would it get the same traction?
That's
as it
just
would?
the big question, though, isn't it? That's the big question with every release. Is it what is its level of success going to be? But in correlation to what is your perception of success.
Yeah.
Because some people might not want, the massive influx of popularity and stuff like that. They might just want to just throw songs out and enjoy that, and that's it. But I don't know. I'd probably say I'm sort of a blend of the two. Got to feed my ego somehow, right? I'm joking.
Oh dear.
We're 27 minutes in here, man.
I know. Let's get a tune from you, mate. I think
people are just gonna think I'm like some industry bod.
No, they're not. Honestly, they love all this side of stuff, and to be quite honest with you, I absolutely love trying to dissect the industry and understand it, and I find it absolutely fascinating. And I don't for 1 second claim to understand it, because I don't. But it's nice to try understand, because what tiny amount of information I may have might broaden someone's horizons, and then before you know it, we've cracked it. We'll be all millionaires.
Yep, definitely.
Right, man. Let's have your first tune. What are you playing for us first?
We'll start off with Worthy. I'll do Worthy, the one what everybody can go listen to.
Nice one. I'll make you full screen. You take it away, man.
All right. Okay. Well, this is daunting.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right. Okay. Let's give this a go. Right.
Take me, please just show me I'm worthy to have and to hold until the night fills the room. I know that you need it too. To No, 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 no. Take me, please just show me I'm worthy to have and to hold until the night fills the room. I know that you need it too. Take me, please just show me I'm worthy to have and to hold until the night fills the room. I know that you need it too.
What? Mate, honestly, that was unreal. That was so good.
Thanks.
Mate, honestly, that
Thank you.
sounds incredible.
I hope so.
It really does. And you've put so much work into that, and like you've really like I think you just blown my mind, man. It's so good.
It's only because of the quality. Like, it's just because I've managed to find this like magical way of effects.
I'll be picking your brain, mate. Honestly, like I say, honestly, that it sounds so good, and like the song is so solid as well. It's just
Thank you.
really absolutely incredible. Getting a lot of love in the comments. I've popped a few on the screen.
Yeah, cheers, guys. It means
but
a
yeah.
lot. It's,
So
like it was so daunting releasing that song. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just obviously, you know, coming from like being a drummer in a band before, and like being
Yeah.
able to sort of hide behind a drum kit on stage, and then like going to being like at the front, you know, like it just makes me say hats off to Jamie, the singer in the band I were in.
yeah.
You know, just going up and doing that, like in, you know, because I don't know, like the weird thing, what will be interesting is to sort of go and do a gig and see how it feels compared to this.
Yeah.
You know, it's still
Because there's still
daunting,
that
isn't it?
disconnect, isn't there? Like playing
Yeah.
live, streaming live, but yeah, it's still equally scary, mate. Like I think live streaming is scarier than playing live, like performing live. But you smashed it, mate. Honestly, you really like did really well. That sounded so good.
Thank you.
So would you say your main instrument is drums? What sort of got you to this point now then, in that case? You know, like you're a guitarist, singer, drummer, one man band?
Yeah, like whenever I've told anybody about the setup, it's just like you're so like it's not hireable. Yeah, would it be hireable? Hireable for a gig? You know, like
Yeah.
like because you're just one person.
Yeah.
it's so stressless compared to like a full band.
Yeah.
You know, but well, like I started drumming. I think when I was like 13 or something like that. I've always kind of been sort of musical, mainly from my dad, because he used to play bass, or still does play bass. I'm sure if he picked up a bass, he could still do whatever. But yeah, like he used to play bass when he were younger in a band. And he's obviously always just been interested in music. There's always been guitars around the house and stuff like that. And like in terms of sort of getting me into guitar, like he used to just like sort of play little songs what he'd made up, or like songs he'd learnt and stuff, and I'd always be like looking like, oh, I want to be able to do that. And then like I think I got my first guitar, like first electric guitar, around the same time as when I started drumming. I had like an Epiphone SG, and I thought it was the coolest thing on earth. Even though like for anyone who's ever played one of them guitars, they're so unbalanced, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's like really weird, really strange guitar to play. But yeah, so like I started drumming, and that was very much kind of like the thing I just went into. But I just sort of dabbled on guitar, you know, alongside that. And then when it got to like college time, so like 15, 16, when I left school, I I got like an interface and stuff like that, and that's when I kind of started dabbling in like recording and stuff, and it all just kind of fell into the same swing, you know. Like it just made me need to sort of get a bit better at guitar, and then I got a keyboard as well, you know, like a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah, yeah.
And just kind of started just doing everything at once. And obviously, when I were at college, it was kind of like easy to just do it all the time. And like even in the time that you know we were active in the band, somebody's asked what band it was.
Yeah. Like you recognise your face.
So the band was Citrus Heights.
It was Eminem.
It was. I was gonna say like people will just get thrown off because I change my hair like every 2 minutes. But yeah, so like you know, like in the time that we were sort of active and stuff, you know, like all this kind of stuff just very much took a back burner because I just wanted to sort of go full force into doing the band and stuff. But like it was always kind of there in the background, still embering away, you know. And when I could, I'd spend the time on the songs and trying to sort of progress them. But it's very much just, you know, like obviously given the current circumstances, and we've kind of taken a bit of a hiatus, you know, on the band side of things. So it's just opened up being able to sort of do this and have a lot more time for it.
Yeah.
So
so were you doing did you have other projects before? Because before Citrus Heights, so were you drumming in other projects before that, like just sort of like school band projects and stuff?
I dabbled in a few
bits.
things. Yeah, like I were in the school band.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're a drummer, you're of a very select few drummers who are available to do all these shows, whatever you need you for.
I just remember when because I used to host and run a lot of open mics in our local area, and I remember when you and Jamie and Ben starting to piece it together, and you'd come down to the open mic and you'd always support me and stuff like that, and showcase your latest new song, or maybe play some MJ as a cover, or you know, something. You know,
yeah.
Ben
we
smashed
that PYT cover. Like I don't want to blow smoke up.
No, honestly, mate.
You know,
honestly,
but like
unreal.
we like Ben on guitar is just incredible.
It's just it's quite frustrating, if I'm honest.
But everything he does is
God.
ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Producing, like even keyboard. I don't know if you've ever seen him play keys, but like it's ridiculous. Like he's got to the point now on keys where he's as good as he is on guitar, and it just like it's just like how on earth. But you know,
that's what I always loved about your band, though. Is everyone kind of had such a solid like ability at what they did, you know, like you were always like absolutely on point with your drumming every song, and
thanks.
Your harmonies always so solid. Like obviously the thing is you're a lead singer, really. Like you're now fronting this project, and you know, to have essentially a lead singer doing backing harmonies, you can't ask for better than that, really, can you? To have it props everything up. It means you've got absolutely solid, like
good understanding.
A wall of sound, you know, sort of thing.
Me and Jamie were always obsessed with harmonies as well.
Yeah.
Like it was such a thing what we just both clicked over, and like so we'd always put a lot of time and effort into sort of getting stuff right. And
you could tell, like you were like you went strength to strength, and then after you started, you know, you very, very early stages when you started doing the open mics and stuff like that. And then I remember we did a few shows and stuff with you with City of Lights and whatnot. And then after that, you guys just skyrocketed and went off and did your own thing, and it was just like strength to strength, and it was really really good to see, man.
Played a lot of shows. When you think back on it, it's mad, isn't it? What you kind of, you know, at the time you don't really sort of appreciate it or sort of acknowledge what's actually going on, and then you know,
it's because it's always what's next. It's always on to the next thing. You're like you're playing one show in London, and then you're like, well, tomorrow night we've got to get to work out how the hell we're going to get to Scotland. Who planned this tour?
Literally one end to the other. Yeah, I think we full on did that at one point.
I
and
bet you did. We all have.
Yeah, like we played in Glasgow once, and it was probably one of the most memorable shows. I'm sure all the guys would agree on it, because like you know them gigs where everything just falls into place and everything just goes perfectly, and then it was like a rammed out room as well. There were like loads of people there. All of us couldn't believe it, and we were just like, right, we either go in our shells and just stand there, and just sort of be really intimidated, or we just go all out. And we all went all out, and it was amazing. It was so good.
That's so good.
Such a good memory, that. But yeah, I think we all lost our minds a little bit that night.
That's good when a show falls into place like that.
Definitely. But yeah, so it's just kind of like, I guess obviously the exposure and stuff from band has very much kind of put me in a position to kind of go full force with this and feel a bit more confident about it. But
yeah,
confidence is a tricky game. It's like you can hear all the compliments in the world, but you're still your biggest what's the word I'm looking for?
Critic.
Yes.
Or
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of overanalyze. Well, obviously, I can't speak for everybody, but I think it's I think it's quite a common trait in human nature, and to overanalyze and overthink whether it's good enough or whatnot.
Definitely.
It's a strange thing, isn't it? But then sometimes when you've got the band behind you, they kind of you can push it along.
Yeah,
an idea can be like, I'm not so sure, and Jamie, or in my case, like Alex or Ben and Ash, will be like, mate, that's really good, keep going. And then you're like, okay, and then before you know it, you've got to the next bit, and you're like, I'm not quite sure on that again.
Yeah.
So I think at this stage, for you to be so far on and really have such well-rounded, often crafted songs that you've created from scratch by yourself, it's really, really inspiring, mate. It's really cool.
Thank you very much.
It's really good.
It brings some sanity back from losing all of it on my own in this cellar, chipping away.
Well, yeah, it must feel like a real sense of achievement, though, like to be now starting to see these songs come to life.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting. It's really exciting. And kind of sort of exciting to just wonder where it's gonna go, I guess. But yeah, I'm just kind of just gonna go with it. If no comes of it, then is what it is. You just
enjoy it.
Else. Yeah, exactly.
Right, mate. I'm gonna say let's do another tune. If you're ready, and then we'll get some questions, and we might have to do like quick fire or something. But I'll definitely want to get 3 songs from you tonight, anyways.
Okay.
And obviously we've done a lot of catching up and a lot of gassing, so it's
no pressure.
No pressure. Well, I mean, it can't be any worse than my start. Don't forget about my start. All right, mate.
It's all good. We got here.
We got here in the end. Are you all right then? Yeah.
Yep. Let's do another. Right. So I'm gonna. I'll do a cover. This is by a band called The Neighbourhood, who are very much one of my biggest inspirations, as I've seen a question in the comments. But yeah, let's give this a go. I apologise for the echo, by the way. For whatever reason, when I click on the preset, it just plays whatever was the last thing got looped. So it's all good fun.
you were my little girl, I'd your name, but the rain never came. So I made with the sun in the shade. It comes, always comes at the worst times. No, 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 no. You ask me what I'm thinking about. Tell you what I'm thinking about. Whatever you're thinking about. No, 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 no. You ask me what. You might have to tell me again. It's crazy what we do for a friend. Go ahead and cry, little girl. Nobody does it like you do. I know how much it matters to you. I know that you got daddy issues. And if you were my little girl, I'd do whatever I could do. I'd run away and hide with you. I know that you got daddy issues. I keep on trying to let you go, dying to let you know how I'm getting on. I didn't cry when you left at first, but now that you're dead it hurts. This time I gotta know, where did my daddy go? I'm not entirely here. Half of me has disappeared. Go ahead and cry, little boy. You know what your daddy did too. You know what you're going through. You gotta let it out, son. Just let it out. Go ahead and cry, little girl. Nobody does it like you do. I know how much it matters to you. I know that you got daddy issues. And if you were my little girl, I'd do whatever I could do. I'd run away and hide with you. I know that you got daddy issues, and I do too. No, no, no.
So good. Honestly, man, this is
Thank
like another level. You really have taken it to a whole new level, mate.
I try. This. Yeah. You know what? Like, if I'm all honest, I'm a massive perfectionist, and it's the absolute bane of my life. And I think that's why, like, I was sort of making like a big conscious effort of like quality and stuff like that, because I don't know. It's quite a big struggle, but at the same time, it's got its benefits.
Yeah, when you get there, man. Honestly.
Yeah. At least it's working.
People are
I'm happy
saying,
that's working.
Casper says I'm going to have to up my game. We've already had this discussion. Me and Luke were talking before we got started. He did sound check, and I was like, mate, this isn't on. You literally like absolutely shitting all over me.
I'll share my secrets. Don't worry. I'm gonna have to do like a session thing where I go live and I'm like, how to
should
set up your live stream.
Yeah, and then teach us how to do the SPD as well.
Yep.
All at once.
That's a must.
I'll just sit and watch you for like 2.5 hours, just telling me how to improve my stuff.
No, I'm more than happy to help out though, man.
Honestly, mate, that's so good. We have your Facebook and your Instagram link. Do you have a YouTube channel?
You know what? I made one just before we did this.
Oh, did you? Oh, you've commented. Why do you drop a
Because-
comment and then go subscribe to the... Drop a
yeah.
comment and then let's see if people will jump and subscribe. How many subscribers have you got now?
Well, I had 0 before.
Oh,
but,
well,
let
let's see.
me have a look. 1 sec. Let me see if I can get to my channel.
Get to your channel, man.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
You're a natural. Unless that was like
a natural
a
idiot.
sound bite that you just pressed. Don't forget to like, share,
I'm
subscribe.
I'm just miming all of this, man.
Yeah.
This is all pre-recorded. I'll be honest, right? I don't even know how to check.
Right, I'm going to see if I can help you out. Where is that
Help me
comment?
out, Matt. Come on.
You commented as soon as we joined the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was on the... Was that on the other stream?
Yes. Oh, but I
So
can do one
just,
again.
Just write,
Oh,
just write a comment.
right. Okay. One sec.
Honestly, I'm so impressed, man. It sounds so good. What about when it comes to playing shows? You haven't actually tried and tested this in the real world yet, have you?
Nope.
Are you excited to get that done?
Excited and sort of a little bit worried, but I think it'll be all right.
What are
I
you
think
worried about?
as long as I sort of figure out the how to make the vocals sound like they do through this vocal pedal thing I've got, I think it should all be good.
So what about so this would be the setup? Are you just going to do it as a one-man band?
I think so,
have
yeah.
you have like track and pad and samples and then just keep it super simple for you to manage it yourself and whatever else?
I think if it were like if I were doing some like a big old singing dancing headline show, getting all my mates down, I'd probably maybe want to get like a band for that and give that live aspect what we were sort of talking about before. Like the sort of oomph behind it, but it's quite hard to replicate in it in studios, especially when you're sort of limited for, because I can't really have a live kit down here or anything like that. Right, I've just put another comment in. I've just said hello. It's like I'm, like I don't have a clue about technology, even though I do it all day, every day.
I'm looking at it now, and I can't click. I can't click it. I mean, it's on the screen. I've just put hello on the screen for you. Yeah, click on the link and go subscribe to Luke and show some love and or support.
Yeah. If people go follow it, that'll give me an excuse to put some on there. But to be fair, I did actually record that cover what I just did. So I could put the audio up on there, or maybe do it again and do a video. I don't know. I'll throw something out.
Yeah,
for all my new diehard fans. You got to make a laugh of it, haven't you, right?
Well, if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
I've just seen Steve's question. We've seen your strengths here. What do you consider to be your weaknesses?
Well,
loads.
Have we got another hour?
Exactly. Drumming, that's why I stopped. No, I don't know. Weaknesses. I'm massively socially awkward, which you might find hard to believe from this, but you get me in a group, sort of a group of people, I don't know, I just absolutely crumble.
Which is so bizarre to think, like, but at the same time,
I describe myself as an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
I like my little exposure, but then I like to just come back to my man cave and
it's the only reason why we built these places, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Just to hide from everything. Yeah.
Every now and then you can sort of go live and just be like, "Hi everyone," and then as soon as it gets a little bit too much, it's just end broadcast.
Yeah. I still exist. Just checking in.
Mental. I think let's get another tune from you because we're going to start rounding off stuff. But if people have any final questions, you want to get in the comments, get them in. I'm struggling to find you on my phone, but I will find you during the song. Please go subscribe to Luke as well and follow him on Instagram and whatever else.
Greatly appreciated. Okay.
Yeah, mate.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna do. This song's called Ecstasy. This is. I'm releasing this on the 29th, so in a couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for it if you like what you've heard so far. Here we go.
I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? Feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? It's alright, baby. I I know you got me feeling all kinds of crazy. Just take a step back and breathe. Remember, in this moment, it's just nothing but you and me. I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? I know you feel what I feel. Electric rhythm got me feeling so high, so high. Coming closer and hold me. You know you got me tunnel vision, baby. It's just you and me. I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? Won't you come with me? Won't you take my hand? We'll live in fantasy. I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? There's no time to waste, just give me a chance. There's no time to waste, girl, you know you got me. There's no time to waste, just give me a chance. Come on, girl, you know that you have got me. No, feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand? Feel some kind of ecstasy. Oh, won't you come and take my hand? Oh, won't you come with me? Won't you take my hand? We'll live in fantasy. I feel some kind of ecstasy. Won't you come and take my hand?
What a tune!
You know what? Whoever wrote that wrote it really hard to sing.
You wrote it. You can only blame yourself.
Yeah, I didn't think that one through.
Honestly, great, mate. Honestly, wow.
Thanks.
That's your next tune coming out on the 29th. You said.
Yes, the 29th. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it will.
Fun.
I'm still struggling to find you on Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube. What I want you to do is, whilst you're answering this question, can you do me a favor and just go onto your YouTube channel on your phone, press share, send it to my Facebook, and then I'll put it in the chat. Or you can put it in the chat here.
I've remembered how to do it.
Oh.
I haven't remembered how to do it at all.
It's because you're so new to the YouTube and you don't have any subscribers. I don't know if you have any, and you've only just
right, okay.
there. It's not. If I search you in the search bar, it doesn't come up right away. It comes up with everybody else to start with. So,
what do you want me to do?
Go onto the actual channel on your phone, and then press share.
Share.
And then share that either on this chat, or share it to me on.
I've got it.
Share it on Facebook, and I'll put it on the chat.
I've done it. It's going in the chat right now. There you go.
There was a question saying, "Can you ask Luke? Has he always known growing up that he was going to be a musician?"
Only until I started sort of picking up instruments. And very much like when I started recording songs and sort of writing them properly, that was when it really kind of sort of stood out. Like, oh yeah, I'd really enjoy pursuing this.
Yeah.
But never from like a young age. It was like when I started playing drums, it were about 13, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. So do you? I think it's different for everybody, but like, did you see putting music out as like a way of I don't know, becoming famous and rich and all that kind of stuff, or did you just do it because you actually thoroughly enjoy it? Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are other people can do it because they just want to make a huge career out of it, or you know,
Yeah.
propel themselves into
I've
stardom and
always,
stuff.
I've always kind of said to myself that if I was to make enough money as what I kind of do now, like just through a normal 9 to 5 job, I would
Yeah.
be more than happy with that, which would mean that I can do it full time.
Yeah.
It's very much that I love writing. I love writing music. I love writing music with other people. I love hearing music, what other people are writing, and sort of like, you know, helping out and stuff like that. I very much love the process, you know, of all of them aspects, and I guess it's kind of like
You can
whatever
tell.
would come from it, you know.
You can
So-
really
so-
tell like you genuinely love it, which is really cool to see. The reason why I kind of asked that is because that was never on my radar. Like whenever I watch bands, like even big bands that I used to absolutely love, I didn't think, oh, Blink-182 were making loads of money and they're actually like huge stars and they're hugely famous and all. I just thought they were cool and
Yeah,
loved the
and they
music.
get to do it. They
that's
get to
what-
do it
yeah,
every day.
That's all I thought to myself
Mm.
was they get to pursue music every single day and, you know, see
Yeah.
different parts of the world. And
Yeah.
that was the bit that sort of really drew me to want to be a musician.
100%. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's not the like you know, the thought of being famous or anything like that is
Yeah.
terrifying. You know, as much as probably, to be honest, a lot of people who are these overnight successes probably are the same. You know.
Yeah.
You don't set out to be famous, or at least if you set out to be famous, that might end up actually hindering your progress to an extent.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it sort of very much find you if you just do what you love, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, mate. Totally, honestly, truly, totally blown away by how good your songs sound. I know
Thank
they're
you.
great songs anyways, but you've just really crafted them amazingly well for a live stream, and I can't wait to hear them on a stage and you know, be stood in the audience singing along, man, because I'm a true fan. I really am. I was a fan of Citrus Heights and Venice, and you know, before, and I was huge fan of all your little projects and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, you know, to sort of throw that back your way, you were very much a sort of advocate of me doing this stuff and feeling a bit more confident by allowing me to go up on open mic nights and stuff. You know, like that was daunting. There was a reason why I always asked Ben to come and sit next to me and play guitar or whatever, because it's just strength in numbers and all that, you know. But you know, like just having that as an avenue to kind of just try it and stuff. That was a big, you know, it very much sort of, you know, gave me the motivation. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's nice to know. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. I hope we can do this again sometime when you've got another couple of songs under your belt, and you know, if you've ever got anything else that you want to showcase, then please just give me a shout, man. I'd absolutely love to have you back on. And I'm looking forward to hearing what else you've got to offer, and you know, and working with you, and whatever else happens in the near future.
Definitely,
it's going to be good. But please, guys, if you get a second to go like and follow Luke on socials. I don't think your YouTube link did show up in the comments for whatever reason. I think literally YouTube doesn't want you to get any subscribers, but we will work around it. If you put it on your Instagram or if you put it on your Facebook, people, when they like you on there, hopefully they'll go straight to a link on there and be able to actually check out your stuff.
I'll make sure I put it everywhere and
great,
be thorough.
Good. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. I'm really grateful for you taking the time out just to hang out.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you for everyone for watching.
Yeah, man. Despite it
means a lot.
Falling on its ass to start with, I'm pleased with the few people coming in and everyone coming in and watching you. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Definitely.
Right, dude. I'm going to sign off. I'll speak to you very soon. All right.
Yeah. Good stuff. Speak to you later, man.
See you, dude. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm blown away. Luke blew my mind, and I'm sure he did the same to yours as well. So please go subscribe to his channel, follow him on Instagram, and like his Facebook channel, Facebook page rather. He's got a lot to offer. He's got some great songs coming out. Yeah, he's definitely one to watch. Once again, thank you so much for supporting myself, the studio, my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much for the continued support, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Sunday meeting. Good evening. Bye.